everyone, before we begin, let me just say that I thought these numbers to be a little on the low side. I guess I always just assumed that there would be more time spent in traffic, but these are averages and don't include times when people spent a single day really, hours upon hours parked on the freeway. I also assumed that these times are really just commutes to and from work. But enough with that though, let's just get to the list. Here are the top 5 places in the US with the worst traffic. So here's number 5, Los Angeles, California. Is there really any surprise in that though? When we think about traffic, this is for sure one of the first cities that people think of. The only surprise is that it's number 5 on this list. So the average annual time spent in traffic is 128 hours. That's a little over 5 days just wasted in traffic. Now the average annual cost per motorist is $1,788, and I'm pretty sure that that number does not even include wear and tear costs to their vehicles or just random breakdowns. I feel like that barely covers gas. So here is number 4, New York City, New York. Again, this city was the first that came to my mind as I sat down to do my research. I cannot believe that it's number 4 on this list. I mean, when you think of bad traffic, you think of New York, right? I honestly thought it would be either first or second. But anyways, the average annual time spent in traffic in New York City is 133 hours. Yeah, that's a lot, but it still seems low for New York. That is almost 5.5 days. That could be better spent binge watching your favorite TV show. Alright, now to the average cost. It is $1,859 per motorist. And I can see why more people in New York prefer public transportation rather than driving. Moving on to number 3, Chicago, Illinois. I honestly never really thought of it, but I guess it makes sense since Chicago is a major city and is squeezed in more people and built up instead of out, so traffic makes so much sense. The average annual time spent in traffic in Chicago is 138 hours. That's seriously just shy of 5.5 days. I mean, have you ever had one of those days when you needed just 1 or 2 more hours just to get things done? Well, here's where it's going, traffic. The average annual cost per motorist is $1,920. Number 2, Washington, D.C., our nation's capital. The difference between Washington, D.C. and the others is fairly substantial, but I wonder if some of the congestion is caused in part by tourists. In fact, that would be good to know for every city on this list since they're all major vacation destinations. The annual average time spent in traffic is 155 hours. That's about 6.5 days. And the average cost per motorist is $2,161. That would be better spent anywhere else. And finally, number 1, Boston, Massachusetts. A tiny place with a lot of people, so congestion actually makes a lot of sense. So let's get straight to the numbers. The average annual time spent in traffic in Boston is 164 hours. That is only 4 hours shy of a full week. And how much did each motorist spend? The average annual cost was $2,291. So that's our list. And all of these numbers are according to the INRIX Global Scorecard. And all I know is that every time I leave the house, it seems like I'm stuck in traffic, constantly. But what are your experiences? Let me know in a comment below. Thanks for tuning in and subscribe for more videos.